Okay, welcome to another tutorial. This is actually a continuation of the previous one. All right. In the previous episode, we created a mono track. Okay, and we were able to route each of the mono tracks to a mono bus as well as a stereo bus. Now, what we're going to be doing now is to create a stereo track, not a mono track this time around, a stereo track, and be able to route it to a mono bus. A stereo track being routed to a mono bus. Okay, so quickly, how to create a track, you already know. Just right click this empty space here, add a track. We're not going to be adding a mono this time, we're going to be adding a stereo track this time. So we'll select stereo and we'll click OK. Now, like I told us, a mono track receives signal from one source, but a stereo track receives double signals received from two different channels. Okay, let me just name this a stereo track for the purpose of this illustration. Stereo track. Okay, I create another one. Let me create a mono track so you're able to understand what I'm talking about. This is a mono track now. All right. Okay, first of all, let me go to my VST settings, my VST connection. I have a stereo input bus already set up. Let me also add a mono input bus being set up. Two of them. Okay, for the purpose of this illustration, I have two microphones with me. One is the one I'm using to talk, and I have another one here. Okay, so I only connected them to the first and the second channel on my audio interface, which is my microphone and my guitar, according as it is named here. So I'm going to be, let me change. Okay, let's go to the lecture first, to my mono track first. Remember, this microphone I'm using is connected to the second track, which in this case will be the right, not the left. So if I click on this and I click on my monitor button, I will have a signal. As you can see, I'm getting a signal already. Okay, but let's assume I'm using this. Let me off this other microphone. This is off now, so I'm not getting a signal. Now let me test this second one. This is connected to the first channel, so I'm not getting any signal. As you can see, I'm not getting any signal at all from my door. Okay, if I put on this again and I talk, I'll get a signal. All right, so on a mono track, it receives only one signal. Okay, now to my stereo track now. Stereo, like I said, receives two signals. This already is connected to my right, my second channel, or my right channel. Let me put it that way. In the case of stereo setting, I have my left and my right. So this microphone is connected to the second channel, which here is the right, while this other one is connected to the first channel, which will be the left. Now, if I turn off this microphone now. If I turn this off, I will no longer get a reasonable signal. But if I talk with this, I will still get the same signal. Okay, so now you see how this works. A stereo track receives double signals. Now if I record enable these two and I'm talking, you can see that I'm getting signal from the both channels. Okay, so I'm getting, if I move this microphone far away from me, I will only be getting signal from one of the channels. Now if I move this microphone away from me, I will only be getting signal from this other microphone. Okay, and if I move away from this microphone and use only this to talk, you can see that I'm only getting only one signal. I'm getting signal from this other microphone only. Now this is how it works. Okay, I just wanted to know the difference between a stereo track and a mono track. So when you be recording, it is advisable that you use a mono track to record, because you will only be using one microphone to record yourself each time you want to record. You won't be using two microphones. I wonder if you have seen somebody using two microphones like this to record. No, it looks funny, but there are cases where we need a stereo recording, where you have cymbal, left and right cymbals. Okay, you can even track an acoustic guitar with a stereo signal. Okay, you have a mic set up to the neck and to the box itself. Okay, to the hollow side. Okay, now we were able to assign it to a stereo bus. How about if we have, we have our mono bus set up as well, and what if our microphones were plugged to the other buses? That's the next thing I want to show you now. Let me still come here and assign this to my first track, my first channel rather, and this to my second channel, guitar. Back to my DAW. Now I want to record each of those mono signal into my stereo track to make it work as a mono track. Now this is what I'm going to do. Remember, a mono track, a mono recording receives one signal, not two. All right, so now I want to select my mono in one. This microphone I'm using to talk to you is plugged to mono in 2. That's the reason why you're not receiving any signal. But let me put on the microphone that is plugged to mono in 1, which is this other one. As you can see, I'm already getting a signal. So even if you're having a stereo track set up, you can still record a mono signal into the stereo track. Okay, now this other one is plugged into the second channel, which is the mono in 2. If I want to record with it into my stereo track, what I will do is I will select my mono in 2, and here is my signal. I hope you understand now. So that is it. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as I will bring in more of these videos your way. Thanks and remain blessed.